fans, and welcome to Game 2 of Week 1 of the AWIHL for the matchup between the Brisbane Lightning and the Perth Inferno. Yesterday, we saw a total of 11 goals scored in this barn at Boondall Iceworld, 6 for Perth and 5 for the Lightning. It was definitely a tit-for-tat, back-and-forth type of hockey game. And by the end of period 1, the score was already 3-2 in favor of Perth, and the following periods remained very even, with 1 apiece in the second and 2 apiece in the third. We saw import Annie Fitzgerald get her first AW goal for the Lightning at the start of the game, and on the Perth side, Sarah Salmon scored 2. We expect another barn burner here today. I'm Amy Hubble, and I'm here with Lachlan Eels, who will bring us the color today. Hello, Lachlan.
Hey, Amy, how you going? It's been a great start to the season so far. Perth got the W yesterday, a big game for them coming all the way across the country, and you know that was the way they wanted to start their season. For Brisbane, they looked great early, and then things kind of slowed down as the game progressed, and they kind of got behind it in the game, had to chase it a little bit, and Perth were able to hold on and keep that one in the win column. You know, there's few standout performances yesterday. We'll start here on the Brisbane side of things, though. Kelly Costa, she was very strong at the back, and she's the franchise points leader. 41 games for the Lightning, but most overall games in the AW on the esports desk stats with 120. She had a beautiful goal. Pardon me, that was Nita Crompton. Sorry to me. Beautiful goal yesterday, and as well, great performance. She was very good at stretching the puck out wide, which Brisbane seemed to struggle with at a few times. Kelly Costa, 64 games with the Lightning, as I was talking about before, and she was very strong at the back there. And, you know, Brisbane is going to need the defense to stand up. Yesterday, they gave up 6 goals, and I think tonight one of the keys to the game for them would very much be to slow things down at the back and be able to keep the pucks away from the net. On the other side, we look at a couple great performances yesterday, and it was really a great team performance for Perth, which is one of the reasons why they were able to come out with the win yesterday. One of the standout performances, though, you just mentioned it before, Sarah Salmon's 2 goals and an assist to her name, and she was incredible. One of those goals was on the shorthand, just jumped on a puck and used her pace, was able to get down there to the other end and score that goal. Her pace is what really kind of breaks the game, and she was able to cause havoc for the Brisbane defenders. Another great performance yesterday in goal. Sasha King got the win yesterday. Had a .833 save percentage, but made a few really big saves in the clutch. Made about 7 saves in the end of the third period. Pardon me, down the stretch, and it was one of the performances that really helped them get the win yesterday. And for a couple things though to turn around, Brisbane, they very much kind of need to spread the puck more. They kind of got jammed up a little bit, and they were trying very early. They spread the puck, and that was the Fitzgerald goal in the first couple minutes of the game. They were able to use their pace and speed and were able to break through for the goal. But at that point, Perth was really able to shut it down and turned it into a very kind of greasy hockey game. A lot of stop-start, and it really kind of favored them as they went on.
We're going to get ready for the anthem now, and I'll come back and talk to you about the officials as soon as that's over. That was a beautiful rendition by our players on the ice today. I love it when they do that. Our officials for the game today are Sarah Kinnement and Mark O'Brien, and the head referee will be John Bristow. We do have several great sponsors today, and the power play will be sponsored by Meet at Billy's, as it was yesterday. We are really grateful for all of the support of the sponsors for the Brisbane Lightning, and we have some individual player sponsors as well, which we'll try to shout out should their players get a goal. Lachlan, this is going to be a good game. I'm expecting Brisbane to do their darndest to try to get back at Perth today.
Well, before the game, it was discussed. Coach Meyer was definitely telling them the things that they needed to work on coming into this one. I talked about it briefly before. They need to stretch the puck more. Perth did a very good job of slowing things down, but Brisbane also did a lot to do that to themselves. They would get breakaway opportunities like a 3-on-2, and they would, instead of stretching the puck wide and kind of making the defense work a little bit harder, that someone would skate it down to the baseline, and by the time they went to make the pass, it got shut down by a defender, and then the helps arrived, and at that point, that chance they've created with the skating is aught for naught at that point. So, Brisbane needs to just rely on their skill that they know they have, and they can win this game. Same with Perth. They need to keep playing that team style of hockey, and they can have a very good chance of winning here tonight. Both games, it's kind of hard to make a call here. Both teams are extremely talented. Both teams very much want to win this game, and the Inferno definitely want to get this one with a long flight back to Perth tonight, and it'd be a great feeling to get on that plane with 6 points from the weekend.
We did also talk about the officiating, letting things go yesterday. It was very even on both sides, just sort of letting the game go on. We know John Bristow might call things a little bit differently, so I look forward to seeing.
It's going to be a lot tighter game tonight for sure. Yes, that should be the case. We usually see it. And we're getting ready here to go, live from Boondall.
Sarah Salmons, Annie Fitzgerald. Annie Fitzgerald wins that puck back to Madison LaPlante, and we are off. LaPlante's going to just go ahead and take that in. We know she's a dynamic player. She enters the zone, she takes the shot, and a goal already.
First shot on target. It kind of caught King off guard. That was, pardon me, she just took the puck across the zone there and just kind of looked up. There was a few options, but instead decided to shoot one on, and it just caught the 5-hole, the inside of the pad there for Sasha King. And very unfortunate way to start the game for Perth, but for Brisbane, perfect start. One shot, one goal, 10 seconds in.
Perth has decided to change their lineup. And
we see it here on the replay. LaPlante just takes it in there and takes a quick shot, and I think the action was so quick there, King didn't see it until it was too late.
Annie Mossman sends that over to Bailey on the Inferno side. Belbasso's trying to take it in. It does go in. Killenik's trying to chase that down from Malcolm. Malcolm tries to take a shot, and it's picked up now by Annie Fitzgerald, trying to come the other way, kept in by Del Basso into the corner. And a good struggle for the puck. Fitzgerald sending it around the boards, rimming it up over to Killenik, and Bailey heads it back in, picked up by Fitzgerald. We saw her well guarded yesterday. She drags that across and goes crashing into the net.
She's quick to get up, so she's all right, which is good to see. Had a lot of speed there into the zone and made a good deke there and just kind of lost her footing. I think she was appealing for a trip there, but we talked about it before. She had the very quick goal yesterday, which we saw again yesterday, and we know Perth is able to settle in from here, but she had the quick goal yesterday, and they immediately went to double her. And it doesn't look like they've done that yet so far, so we'll see how long they trust that before they kind of switch to a box and one kind of system is how you call it in basketball, where you have that box playing zone, the four players playing zone, and one kind of sitting there on Fitzgerald.
Marina Noddle, Sharnita Crompton wins the face-off, gets it to Brown. Brown sends it into the zone, and Lakoviak now has it. She's looking for a pass off of the boards, over to McClellan, Lily, and sent back into the zone by Crompton. Back to McClellan again. Brown trying to get in there. Goonan trying to stop it. It comes out of the zone onto the stick of Sharnita Crompton. Crompton shovels that in straight onto King, and King freezes the puck.
Yeah, King saw that one the whole way. That was kind of just a dump and chase, but it landed right in front of her, and she's going to cover this one up and take zero chances, especially after being caught out in the first shot of the game.
That's 2 shots for the Lightning, 0 for the Inferno. A little bit different tempo today. We'll see how we keep going. I think that is Sinclair now taking that face-off against
Yeah, it
Salmons.
is. You could tell by that stance.
Yeah, she gets down low. Puck coming out and onto the stick of Sophie Reeder. Reeder entering the zone with the Australian under-18 players. And that's bouncing behind Meyer and coming out towards Grace Kallenbaka. She shovels it out to Cooper. Cooper sends it straight back into the corner. And picking it up is Katrina Rapchuk. Rapchuk now changing direction. She's got Reeder on top of her. Those two know each other really well. Over to Allison Carlisle and kept Oh, no, comes out to Sinclair, and it's going to go straight back in on the stick of Sarah Salmons. She's going up the middle, shoots straight at Meyer, and a save.
Sarah Salmons showing what we talked about from yesterday. She's so fast on her skates, and she just wins that puck there. We see it here on the replay. It got picked up here. She's just going to drive straight to the slot, and she's going to take a shot on Katie Meyer, who sees it the whole way and is able to make the save. 2 shots onto 1, 18-14 here to go in this first period. Lightning still lead 1-0 as the faceoff is won by the Lightning.
That was Garbett in center, and Del Basso gets the goal.
Del Basso with a quick shot on, caught Katie Meyer off target there, off guard there. Same kind of story, a quick shot, kept it low right on the ice. Those ones are so hard to save, especially if you don't see the motion. As we see it here on the replay, Brisbane had the puck here and dumps it out, but straight there to Del Basso, who jumps on it and just takes a shot right on, and not very much angle there, so great accurate shot there into the bottom corner and ties this game up. 2 shots on for each and a goal. 1-1.
18:07 already, 2. Fitzgerald and Del Basso now in center. O'Brien having a chat with them, and he drops the puck, and Fitzgerald pulls that out, sends it to Mossman. Mossman to LaPlante. LaPlante across, over off the stick of Fitzgerald and into the corner of the ice. Getting picked up by Allie Fisher. Allie Fisher tripped an arm in the air. And first power play, meet at Billy's power play for the Lightning.
Yeah, she just kind of stuck the stick in there to try and make the poke check, but got caught up in the skates, and she went to the ground. And like we talked about it, it's going to be a much tighter game called here tonight. So it's going to be a tripping call is the official call there. And we have, like we said, our first meet at Billy's power play. Brisbane were 2 for 4 last night. They did give up a shorthander, though, so we'll see.
That's Georgia McClellan in the penalty box. And that face-off, Crompton trying to do something with it. Bailey sending it around behind the net, and Del Basso there. Del Basso trying to change direction as Crompton goes down. Carlisle using her body as well. Opportunity for Sarah Salmons. Lindsay Killenick watching. She's able to push her off of the puck and come back the other direction, looking to set it up, trying to shake off Salmons, and taking a little bit of time. She's got Carlisle up front, should she choose to use her. Malcolm tries to take it off of her, sent in after the red line, and picked off by Bailey. Still in the zone, Garbett sends it straight out onto Killenick's stick and back over to Courtney Mahoney now. Malcolm hunting, Courtney Mahoney, big pass over to Fitzgerald, and now Bailey has a chance.
Perth doing a great job right now of clogging up this neutral zone, and they're killing off a lot of time, not letting the Lightning get into the zone, and now they're going to switch here.
Line change for the Lightning as well. Crompton sends it to Costa. Costa tips it over. Garbett sends it straight back onto the stick of Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald going to enter the zone. She's got 3 in front of her. She's going to take it out to the side, waiting for Brown in front of the net. She's going to come around the other side, waiting for her players. And here she comes, round and around and around. People switching position, getting available for her, and she leaves it behind for Brown. Brown has Cooper on her. Cooper had a fantastic game yesterday. LaPlante now stopped that with her feet and takes a little shot on to King.
LaPlante with a great deke there to start driving in, takes a shot, and Sasha King with a great save. That's why she's one of the best goaltenders in this country. Another great save from her. And that's a tough save to make, too. We've seen 2 goals given up on quick snapshots just like that in similar spots. And she made the great save there. Keeps this game tied 1-1, 16:22 to go in the first period.
I think that's Abby Brown. No, yep, Brown took that face off, and that one comes out of the zone now, past the plant. Mossman's going to pick it up, and McKenzie is coming to forecheck a little bit. Mossman sends it out of the zone, back to Cooper. We have 15 seconds remaining on the power play. A shot on Meyer, picked up by LaPlante.
There's a lot of pace on that wrist shot from the blue line there.
I think that that will just about do it for the power play. Poked back out, not into the zone. Fisher with the puck now, and that is cleared. Even strength. Tipped in and going for a change now. We're going to get a full, fresh line out there if possible. Dixon's going to chase that down for icing.
Yeah, that's just kind of forgetting that the penalty is expired there. I don't know if that was communicated out to them, and they just kind of dumped that one down. And icing is going to be the call, and this one's going to come back. I think the 2 Perth defenders there just kind of talking about that communication, and it's going to set up an opportunity for Brisbane here with 16:43 to go in the 5th period.
Sinclair facing off against
15:43 in the period.
Sinclair wins the face-off against Salmons. Rapchuk now coming in, and she will do her best to send it right on to King, and she does. There was almost a good rebound shot for Kalimbokas. Kalimbokas being pesky against Lukoviak. Lukoviak gets it over to Salmons, but Sinclair's doing everything to stop her. That one taken away by Amanda Dixon. She takes a shot on net. Finally a whistle.
Smart play there by Dixon. She kind of intercepted that pass there and realized that there wasn't much help and that window was going to close, so she couldn't quite drive it into the zone. Throws one on target and just gets a cover up, and now they got a face off in their offensive zone.
That's what the Lightning need. They need to stay on top of the shots. Sometimes they can trail a little bit in the shots, and it's very hard for them to make something of it without that energy. Puck just floating there. Salmon's trying to do something with it, and it comes out of the zone past Costa, and an opportunity for Del Basso, but Jamie Goonan is watching, and she's able to pressure her into the corner. Both of them go down, and Crompton now trying to get her stick on the puck, just kind of whiffed on it a bit, and it's coming out the other side for Jamie Goonan. Goonan sends it to the blue line. It's kept in, and now it's out. Bailey being chased by Jamie Goonan. And back over to number 14, Georgia McClellan. Sends it to Salmons. Salmons enters the zone, sends it around behind Meyer, and Del Basso is there looking to make a mess. We'll see if they use those boards in play today. They were definitely a problem yesterday. Kelly Costa, good pass. Over to Killenik. Killenik has an opportunity. If she can get past McClellan. She does get past McClellan, but it goes right on to King, who makes a save.
I think that breakaway there was a case of what we talked about a little bit yesterday. Clinic took the puck there and started to drive. They had a 2-on-1 situation here, as you can see. A great chop to create this, but instead of taking it to the left and creating a 2-on-1, she's decided to take on the defender herself, and the Perth defender stood very strong there and was able to shut that situation down before it got started.
Fitzgerald wins the faceoff against Noddle, but here's an opportunity for McKenzie. McKenzie being angled slightly, tries to take a shot, sent wide, picked up by Mossman. Mossman sends it up to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald pulls it off the boards, and it's a 2-on-1. She takes a shot, goes to the back of the net, coming around the other side now. Fitzgerald still with the puck. She sends it back to LaPlante. LaPlante sends it into the corner. Fisher's coming after it, but it is on the stick of Cooper. Cooper's got 3 players behind the net, and McKenzie sends it back around the other side to Cooper. All of the Lightning players were pulled over to that right-hand side of the ice at the same time, and now Fitzgerald's going to fight for that. She's got players sandwiched in around her, and they're still fighting for it into that corner with Killenik trying to help, and it comes loose and comes out of the zone. Allison Carlisle is going to collect. She has Killenik on the blue line. She sends it up, bounces in, and they're going to all go for a change at the same time. Number 15, Abigail Webb, sending it out now to Sophie Reeder. Reeder sends it, tries to get it to Salmons, but an opportunity for Kate Sinclair. Sinclair hits a player. Looked like it was going to be a good opportunity. Here comes Carlisle. Carlisle just lost control of it for a second. She could have had a backhand opportunity there. And now Rapchuk. Taken away from Rapchuk. Nobody seems to know who's going for it. It's Carlisle. Carlisle sends it across to Kalimbokas, and it's picked off by number 19, Clark Crumpton. Clark Crumpton behind the net and loses the puck for just a moment, and it's picked up by Kate Sinclair. Kate Sinclair sends it out of the zone. If it doesn't go on net, it is called off as not an icing. 14, Georgia McClellan sends big long pass. Salmons is there to try to get it. Mahoney's going to bring it out the other side. She can't get past McClellan, and it goes back again to Amanda Dixon into the corner. We are having a long stretch with no whistle for a moment here. We'll catch our breath as soon as we can. Crompton coming around, getting good pressure from Del Basso and also from Malcolm. Comes the other way. She sends it to the stick of Mahoney. Mahoney still with the puck. She has her defense. She sends it back, and a shot goes on to King, and it's a loose puck, and an opportunity, and a goal. And I think, was that Crompton? I think that goal will go to Nita Crompton.
Heads up play there to dive on the loose puck. King thought she had covered it up, but the referee said it was still loose, and it looked like it was still loose under the pad. We'll see it here on the replay there. Yeah, it just kind of popped out, and it showed itself, and Crompton is able to duck that one in.
That one brought to you by not giving up on the Lightning side.
Crompton had 2 goals yesterday and another one, so it's her 3rd of the season, and Brisbane take the 2-1 lead.
Fitzgerald tries to get that, but Del Basso wins the face-off, and that one's going straight back towards King. Webb trying to send it out. Lightning doing everything they can. Killinick being fierce as she can. Bailey sends it back over to Webb, to Malcolm. Malcolm now being pestered by Fitzgerald. And Bailey sending it out to Garbett. Garbett brings it out of the zone. Killinick tries to stop it. Mossman sends it back in to the corner. And was she on the wrong side of the red line? Looks like she was.
Yeah, they're going to bring it back for icing. So a good opportunity here for Perth to try and break this one back. The shots on target, Brisbane starting to pull away a little bit here, 8-4. 11:24 here to go in this first period. What a great first period of action we've seen. It's been end-to-end stuff so far. We've got plenty more hockey to go.
Marina Noddle gets that back to Lakoviak. Lakoviak brings it out of the zone and sends it back in while our players are now offside. Mossman with the puck. Annie Mossman hits the official and the boards at the same time, the official in the way, and sends it back out and sent back by number 3, Lily McClellan. Coming into the zone is LaPlante, the Cooper coming for that. Back out to McKenzie, McKenzie to Noddle, and Marina Noddle now making a play. Marina Noddle takes a shot high into the netting, taken away by Madison LaPlante. Puck still on the stick of LaPlante. LaPlante, big, long, bouncy puck, shoveled down, and Sophie Reeder to get there and try to keep it away from Kalambakis. Kate Sinclair coming after the player, but it's brought out to Sophie Reeder. Sophie Reeder shovels it down, and half of the Inferno go for it. A couple of the Inferno go for a change and a whistle. Interference.
We'll see who this goes against. It looks like it's going to go against Brisbane.
Possibly Grace Kalambakis.
Yeah, I saw in the 24 black. 24
is Amanda Dixon.
So that's going to go against Dixon there. I thought it could have gone against Kalambakis because there was a little pushing and shoving here in the neutral zone in front of us on that breakout. But something happened in the back play. So either way, Perth with a power play opportunity right here. They were 0 for 2 last night, but you know they'd love to change their fortunes right here.
Salmons won that face-off. That one sent behind the goal. And back over to Salmons. Salmon's trying to get it to Del Basso. Slowly it goes. Del Basso having a look. Sends it over to McClellan. McClellan trying to get it to Bailey. Bailey does end up with the puck. Costa guarding. And Kalambakis, who also plays defense, is watching that play. Del Basso takes a shot. Ends up in the corner. Kalambakis trying to move the player. Salmon sends it back to Bailey. Bailey to Del Basso. Back to Bailey. Takes a shot. That off the leg pads of Meyer. Malcolm now having a look, taking time, making sure that stick is there. Oh, that one was almost deflected, but just went a little bit wide of the goal. Malcolm picking it up again now. And back to Bailey. Bailey to Del Basso. The shot blocked. Opportunity for Nita Crompton. She shovels it through, and she's going to chase that. Easily picked up by Bailey. Back out to Del Basso. Lightning a little bit stretched out because of that, and Crompton makes another go of it. She's going to go for a change. Meanwhile, Lindsay Killinick now with the puck. Just dumps that safely in on the other side of the red line over to Cooper. Cooper being chased by Annie Fitzgerald. Back over to McClellan. McClellan sending it back to Cooper. Cooper's going to have a skate now, and she's going to enter the zone. Cooper up the right-hand side of the ice. Maddie LaPlante watching carefully. Cooper back up the left-hand side over to McKenzie, and McKenzie back to Cooper. Cooper trying to make a shot blocked by LaPlante. LaPlante backhands it, not hard enough, and it's kept in by McKenzie. They're fighting for it. That time, Fitzgerald takes care of business and sends it all the way down. Sasha King comes out. 11 seconds remaining on the penalty against Brisbane. Strong penalty kill so far for the Lightning. That one should go for icing, and it is icing right when the penalty comes off of the clock.
A good stretch there. Perth doing a very good job killing, Brisbane doing a very good job of killing that off. Perth passing the puck around well and just weren't able to create too many opportunities there. The ones they did, Katie Meyer did a good job of shutting down a couple good saves there, but Perth able to get another shot on target there for their troubles. And the face-off will be here to the left of Sasha King.
Nita Crompton and Marina Noddle in center. That one controlled by Annie Fitzgerald over to Courtney Mahoney. And Mahoney trying to make a play. Cooper takes her down. Ref thought for a second about putting an arm up in the air and decided not to.
It was a clean poke check.
Yeah, he decided not to. So Mahoney now takes a shot. I think somebody else got their stick on that one. Noddle trying to clear it. Goonan trying to keep it in. Backed up by Crompton. Crompton yesterday did come back and play defense quite a bit and is doing again the same today. Brown sends that back into the corner. Bounces out dangerously, but picked up easily by Cooper. And that one comes back out to Goonan again. Goonan sends it across to Costa. Costa sends it in straight to Cooper. Cooper trying to come out of the zone. Del Basso with the puck. Del Basso over to Cooper. That one blocked. Again, we're putting all the bodies on the line to stop that puck on both teams. We saw it yesterday. We're seeing it again today. Goonan trying to stop that from entering the zone. It still goes in and around the boards. Costa's going to keep that away from Malcolm. Very nice little play from Costa. Just goes past the stick of Carlisle, bounces off the boards, and goes back to Bailey. Bailey sends it across to McClellan. McClellan to Salmons, and we'll watch Sarah Salmons as she's very fast. Fitzgerald trying to get that puck away from her, fishes it away, comes back straight out. Lightning just a little bit too slow to pick that up, and Bailey's able to get it and get it back momentarily to Del Basso, but now an opportunity for for Allie Fisher. Allie Fisher entering the zone, has Fitzgerald out front, being fought by Lily McClellan, and Fisher is down. Fitzgerald goes to help. Bailey's going to collect. Bailey doing a lot of the heavy lifting for the Inferno today. Shoveled down, floating towards Meyer. Amanda Dixon sends it straight back. Just goes past Fisher, and Mackenzie trying to power that through. Marina Noddle to collect. Marina Noddle keeping away from Fitzgerald, and Allie Fisher there to assist. Mackenzie sends it into the corner. And now Katrina Rapchuk with the puck. She shakes off Noddle, up the boards, and back out to Lakoviak. Lakoviak enters the zone, and Rapchuk using her body. That gives me a good grin on my face to watch Rapchuk using her body. And now we're back to Rapchuk. We'll see if she makes a move of it. She decides to pass it. And it's stopped in the boards in front of us. It seems to be stuck a little bit in front of us with Malcolm, and Killinick takes it away. It's hard for us to see right in front of us. Killinick back over past Rapchuk's stick, and Rapchuk waiting for Malcolm to come at her. Back out of the zone to Del Basso. A lot of neutral zone play now. Lakoviak, big long pass. Coming in is Cooper. That'll be a tripping call on Amanda Dixon, her second penalty in a row.
Good deke there, created some space and just got tied up in the legs there and is able to draw the penalty. And an opportunity here for Perth to try and bring this one back with it only being a 1-goal deficit. They only got the one shot on the last power play. Moved the puck around quite well, but you know they'd love to create something here. Face-off will be to the left of Meyer. 5:24 here to go in the first period.
Fitzgerald and Salmons goes back to the Lightning, over to Maddie LaPlante. LaPlante being held in by McClellan. Salmons trying to do something, and Fitzgerald there to assist to LaPlante. LaPlante is very strong, and as I've said many times, a great defender. Puck is moving. She gets pushed over, and back to McClellan to Bailey. Bailey sends it across to Del Basso. That one blocked by, I think, Malcolm, actually. Another shot blocked, saved by Meyer, and over to Annie Mossman. And now a whistle.
Penalty going against Brisbane here for
holding.
I wasn't quite sure there was. So we see a couple saves here on the replay. Katie Meyer with a great save there, working the puck around, and the slap shot there. The one-timer goes in. Great save there with the pad, and then another one there just to her left side. Fantastic goaltending, showing why she's one of the nicer, better young goaltenders in the country, and why she was a big part of those back-to-back Boxall wins for Queensland.
Rabchuk going for that puck, so it is a 5-on-3 in favor of the Inferno without Madison the Plant. Lightning clear the zone, and they're just going to wait and let that go. King's going to pull it out for Cooper. 1:16 remaining in the penalty on Amanda Dixon, and 1:44 remaining in the penalty on Madison the Plant. I have seen the Lightning practice their 5-on-3 in training. I know they're ready for it, but we'll see how they go. Good opportunity. They left the puck behind. Crompton sends it down for Lukoviak to collect and goes for a change. And Lukoviak with the puck now. Still 5-on-3 for another 51 seconds. Malcolm sending it up to Cooper, just goes past Cooper. Rabchuk now can take that and send it straight back down again. Right past King, bounces back into the net, and number 14 McClellan coming up the ice, trying to set it up, gives it to Salmons. This is where Brisbane needs to be careful. Salmons can make something of nothing. Mossman watching, puck taken just off of her stick and picked out by Malcolm. Malcolm now behind the goal. Costa watching carefully. Good positioning by the Lightning, and Del Basso keeps it in. Back over to McClellan. McClellan takes a shot hard off the boards. Back over to Bailey. 7 seconds remaining in the 5-on-3. Over to Salmons. Salmons' little shot towards Meyer. She was ready for that. That one bounces off the boards, kept in still, and now we are 5-on-4. Lindsay Killenick now on the ice. Over to McClellan. McClellan trying to do something with it and cleared again by Costa. Costa going in for a change. 14 seconds remaining in that double penalty sequence. And it looks like Brisbane's doing really well to kill the penalty, but here comes Mackenzie. She has Rabchuk to get past. Rabchuk keeping her tight into the corner. Salmons coming in to help, and now Salmons, it is now even strength, and the shots are now tied 8-8. Thanks to that long penalty kill.
And Brisbane stood strong there. Katie Meyer with a few saves and a good opportunity here now as they find themselves on the front foot, but that's picked off by Marina Noddle.
Noddle is going to come up the ice, passing it across to number 48, Lukoviak. Now number 17, Garbett, the import. Garbett sends it into the corner, and Jamie Goonan. Jamie Goonan across to Madison LaPlante. LaPlante picked off by Clark Crumpton. Fortunately, Crompton was there to stop her, and Garbage sending it back again to Cooper. Madison LaPlante has a chance, sends it forward, just goes past the stick of Abby Brown and coming back the other way again to the Inferno. Lots of bodies blocking the puck, as I said before. Lukoviak now sending it in. Clark Crumpton's going to collect. Madison LaPlante keeps it away from her, gets past. Marina Noddle's waiting. Mossman gets it past her. Sophie Reeder now trying to get it. Comes out of the zone to Zoe Webb. Webb has Kellen Bocas. Over to Cooper. Back to Sophie Reeder. Forward into the zone. And I think that's Zoe Webb entering the zone now. Haven't seen her go so far forward yet in this series. And LaPlante tapping it back out to Fisher. Oh, sorry, Sinclair. And up we go into the zone finally. That was a long time stuck in the Lightning zone. Bailey sends it around. Palambocas keeps it in. And Sinclair trying to shake off the defenders. She taps it out, stuck in the feet of Bailey. Bailey makes a very sensible pass out to Clark Crumpton. Salmon's waiting on the blue line to enter. And Webb over to Bailey. Bailey takes a shot, blocked by Amanda Dixon, sent back by Sinclair. Another shot by Bailey. That one hits the boards.
I think Dixon got a piece of that one as well.
It did look like it was going on target for a second there. That one now to Kellen Bocas, who sends it out of the zone. Won't go for icing. It didn't make it all the way. McClellan with the puck. Allison Carlisle, some good forechecking. Fitzgerald, pokes that away from Sophie Reeder. Fitzgerald, and it goes out over the netting.
Yeah, it just finds a little lack of tension there in the netting and falls down there onto the floor. 27.8 seconds to go here in the first period. The shot's now even. Perth has had a much better run of these last couple minutes here, and we saw yesterday they're comfortable working from behind as well. So this game all to play for.
Fitzgerald sends that down. She picks it up when it comes back out of the zone. She's going to go off of the skates of Malcolm, off of the feet, and now Goonan trying to stop Malcolm. Malcolm has another opportunity, saved by Katie Meyer. There was a rebound, but not able to get to the net. And coming out back over to McClellan. McClellan takes a shot, hits the post. There's a good scramble. I think the Lightning are lucky that the buzzer came when it did. It was getting a little bit messy down there.
Yeah, for the team that's ahead by 1, the bell couldn't come soon enough for them there. Perth all over him in these last couple minutes here, but both sides going to head to the dressing room now to regroup. The shots on target. Perth with the slight advantage now 9-8, but Brisbane have the 1-goal lead on the scoreboard. Great first period of action. It was quite open, and both teams playing some good hard-nosed hockey. We will see you back here in about 15 minutes for the second period. Don't go anywhere. It's going to be a great game of hockey ahead. Brisbane 2, Perth 1. We are back here from Boondall for period 2 of what has so far been a great game of AWIHL action. Here I'm Lachlan Eels alongside Amy Hubble, and the Lightning have a slight lead here after one period. They lead by 1, but Perth lead by 1 on the shots on target. It was all Lightning to start it off, and then Perth tied the game up. We look here on the head-to-head stats there. We talked about the goals and the shots on targets here. The save percentage slightly lower for Perth just because of the second goal there. But the penalties, Brisbane have committed 3 to 1. And the power plays, both sides are yet to convert. And that could potentially be a stat to watch as this game goes on, especially if Brisbane continue to commit some penalties here. Perth, they had a great 5-on-3 opportunity there. They created a few shots. It was actually, I believe, 8 to 5 on the shots on target at that point. Went 5-on-3, created some opportunities, but Katie Meyer with some tremendous saves during that period kept the 1-goal lead for the Lightning.
I'd also say that the defense for the Lightning put their bodies on the line, blocking shots continuously and staying well-structured, undeterred during that 5-on-3, so they've got to feel good about that penalty kill that they were able to pull off.
Yeah, I've got Amanda Dixon down here for about 4 blocks so far, and you know, Brisbane, they're playing a much better team game here today. We talked about it last night. That was kind of the thing that held them back, and we'll see if that continues here as the game goes on. We saw it last night, the Inferno switch to that box and 1 and double-teamed Annie Fitzgerald. We haven't quite seen that yet here so far, but we'll see if they switch to that at some point. They've kept her quiet for the most part so far, so we'll see if they continue with the game as planned.
We know that they have some dynamic players that are able to move that puck very quickly. We're getting ready now for the teams to switch sides. Sasha King all smiles, talking to Garbett as they go down to the other end of the ice. And lots of smiles from the Lightning players as well, which I love to see. That game got really physical yesterday, Lachlan. In that third period, there was so much physical contact.
And there was a lot of stop and start as well.
Yeah.
And so far here in the first period, it's been kind of a frantic pace, end-to-end stuff here so far. So we will see if they can keep this pace. I know the fans will hope that we continue this great game. What a game it's been so far. We're getting set to continue here. I think the lines person is just checking the goal down there.
Yep. All right, they're ready to go. Del Basso and Fitzgerald. That one won by Del Basso and picked up by Lindsay Killenick, who enters the zone. And she takes a quick shot on to the breadbasket of Sasha King, while Fisher was knocked over.
I think Fisher just saw, I don't know who that was down there. I'll see a number here, but player went down there to the ice, but what I was looking at is it looked like one of the Lightning players wanted to get stuck in there afterwards, and Fisher just kind of pulled her out. It was
whoa!
It was,
that was McClellan who sent her over.
Yeah, Fisher hit the ice, and I think that was Clinic who wanted to get stuck in there.
Fisher now getting that puck to Killenick. Killenick sending it back out to LaPlante. LaPlante trying to take a shot on, sticked up and over the goal. Fitzgerald sending it backwards over to Fisher. Oh, opportunity in front of the net, still not capitalized on. LaPlante in deep, fighting for that against Malcolm. And LaPlante with the puck coming out, sends it across, blocked by McClellan's skate, and Malcolm sends it over to Del Basso. Del Basso now skating up the left-hand side of the ice, being watched by Mossman. She leaves it behind while her team goes for a change. And it's come out of the zone now. Mossman trying to move that puck up to Fisher. Fisher sends it past, and I'm surprised that's not an icing call, but it is not.
Clinic was up there near the blue line. Yes,
okay.
Yes, she did. It got the skates.
All right, Del Basso trying to move that out of the zone. Coming the other way, Goonan. And Abby Brown now fighting for that puck against number 3 McClellan, Lily McClellan. Abby Brown still trying to move that puck. Still fighting for it. It's right there. She's trying to push it into the zone, and she does so for Mahoney. Mahoney trying to power through. McClellan trying to send it out. Brown keeping it in. Coming the other direction is McKenzie. McKenzie being pestered by Crompton. Goonan sends it back into the corner, and that one takes a weird bounce out towards King. King was watching. McClellan, number 14, Georgia, now with the puck. Back around to Noddle. Noddle, we learned yesterday, is in a punk band. I think that's correct. And
That
was
is
very
correct.
excited. I got to listen to her music yesterday after you told me that, Lachlan. I enjoyed
We'd
it
love
quite
to
a lot.
tell you the name of that band too, but we, like
We
many
cannot
punk
say it on
bands, we
air.
can't tell you on air.
Mahoney
This one comes down into the corner here.
Mahoney brought that puck in, and she's got it back. She chips it past Lily McClellan, and she goes for a change. Allison Carlisle keeps that safe, and Noddle will pick it up behind Sasha King. Kate Sinclair coming after Noddle. Noddle still in control, and she gives it to Zoe Webb, and Webb sends it out. Costa stops it. That one goes straight up, and nobody knew where it was for a brief second. Noddle backhands it down for Sinclair to collect, and she goes for a change. Sinclair now sending it around. Right on the edge. Kalimbuckus following it. Cooper in control. Cooper very calm. Just goes past the stick of Lakoviak. Clark Crumpton backhands it. And Sophie Reeder had a chance back to Salmons. Salmons shot deflected, and Katie Meyer had to control that puck because that bounced straight back out at her.
Yes. Smart. There was a smart. So we've just. Oh, okay. So that's one way to get off the ice there. We see it here on the replay.
I've never seen a player do that before.
Well,
That's exciting.
You know, got to the bench. Not too many players on the ice, but we're going to have a penalty here.
Salmons won that face-off.
And it's going to be a trip going against the Lightning. So once again, the discipline is going to come back to bite them. We'll see if the Inferno are able to get something going here on the power play. And they're going to send out PP1. And you would think that PK1 is going to come out for the Lightning.
It's Allie Fisher for 2 minutes for tripping. And Fitzgerald and Noddle now at the face-off.
17:05 to go here in the second period.
Noddle wins the face-off. A quick shot, one to Katie Meyer, and player down.
Good quick shot there, and it looks like the Perth player might be a little slow getting up here, but up to her feet, which is good to see, and she's going to stay out there on the ice. A good quick shot there. The 3 goals we've seen so far here tonight have all been kind of those quick actions, low, keep the puck low to the ice, and it's quite difficult for the goaltenders.
Noddle won that face-off, got it back to Cooper. McKenzie totally fine, takes Mossman down, and really scrappy. Mossman's, well, she sends that towards the bench off the boards. Lakoviak will go and get it. Lakoviak getting the puck, a little bit of forechecking from Lindsay Killenek watching, looking for an opportunity. That one sent out to Garbett. Garbett has a good pass to Del Basso. Del Basso enters the zone. Killenek gets in the way and trying to stop Cooper from doing anything with it. Mossman sends it straight back down the other way, and King's going to assist in collecting that puck. Meanwhile, Fitzgerald right on top of Lakoviak, and pass over to Del Basso, comes back out the other way. LaPlante sends it straight back to Lakoviak. Lakoviak exits the zone. Arm in the air. That will be another penalty on the Lightning as soon as they touch it or take control. And now the whistle.
So Perth are going to get another 5-on-3 opportunity here with about 56 seconds to go. It's another tripping call. That one's going to go against Kalimbuckus, I believe.
No, that one is on Annie Fitzgerald, our import.
Yes, so that is her second penalty of the season. And the first one was actually in quite a bad spot yesterday with about a minute to go, down by 1. We saw Perth really move the puck around well and get some shots on target. Katie Meyer stood strong. Second 5-on-3 of the game. Let's see how that goes.
The puck goes back to Bailey. Bailey to Del Basso. Del Basso has time and being watched by Crompton, Dixon, and Rapchuk. Back to Del Basso. They're collapsing in the best they can. Shot blocked. Oh, loose puck. Meyer's able to sweep it out of danger. And the puck now coming around and cleared of the zone. Well done by the Lightning. 31 seconds remaining on the first penalty on Fisher.
Yeah, that was a great save there by Katie Meyer, and the loose puck stayed there, and she was able to poke that one to safety.
Over to Bailey. Bailey re-entering the zone and being watched. She sends it back to Salmons. Salmons at a very strange angle. Clark Crumpton straight in front of the net. Over to McClellan. Shot goes wide and up into the boards, back to Del Basso. Del Basso takes a well-timed shot. Coming back to McClellan. McClellan has to send that up. That first penalty is now cleared. Del Basso, here comes Courtney Mahoney, who used to play defense. And she's trying to get that away from Salmons. And she kicks it out of the zone effectively over to Bailey. 50 seconds remaining on the 5-on-4 now. Back to McClellan. Goes past the stick of Del Basso. And Dixon, watching that, keeps it away from Del Basso. Over back to Del Basso now. Clark Crumpton's going to go straight back in front of the net where she was sitting firmly before. Shot from Cooper. High, big bounce. And Salmons is there. Rapchuk trying to push her off of it. Salmons back to Bailey. Another shot. Amanda Dixon keeps it clear. Koviak down. And picked up again by the Inferno. Back out to Bailey. Bailey and Mahoney is now going to be called for tripping.
Yeah, the stick just got caught in the skates there, and we talked about it was going to be a tightly called game here tonight, and that is another penalty against the Lightning, and it's going to be 5-on-3 again for another 11 seconds, and then another power play. So Perth yet to convert, but they're moving the puck around well, creating opportunities, and eventually you got to think that they're going to be able to get one in.
Brisbane has sent out the right women for the job, I believe, but Noddle is there and she'll do what she can. Crompton's going to win that face-off, and it's sent out of play.
Yeah, that one just made it up and over the net there.
In 7 seconds, we can hope that Annie Fitzgerald will come back out. Puck has been collected now by Cooper. Cooper hand that to the official, Sarah Kinnaman. Noddle and Crompton ready for face-off. Noddle gets that over to Garbett, back to Cooper, and Cooper having a look, waiting for another player to come out on the ice now. 1:49 in the 5-on-4. Lakoviak, two players in front of the net. Lakoviak entering in, sweeps across, and Garbett's going to pick it up on the other side while LaPlante watches. Brisbane not losing their structure, even though they have a player right there. I think that was a blocked shot, and now Lakoviak again trying to get an opportunity. Mossman tips it out, and it comes down the ice. All the way down for Cooper to collect. 1:20 remaining in the penalty on Courtney Mahoney for tripping, and Grace Kalambakis for checking on Cooper, and that's a good way to kill the penalty. Goes past the player. And is that Del Basso? Del Basso now with some speed. Annie Fitzgerald is free and trying to take that away, and Clark Crumpton sends it around the other side. Weird bounce, again, very dangerous, but Meyer was ready for it. Rapchuk is fighting hard. Noddle now with the puck. Costa, no one in front to send it to, however. Off the skate of Bailey. Bailey sends it back, and Costa sends it safely out of the zone. Del Basso is going to chase that down. King is there to collect 38 seconds. Brisbane is having some of the best penalty kills I have ever seen them in these last two games. And here comes the puck to Kelly Costa. Costa back to Fitzgerald, and McClellan with an opportunity. Should she choose, she sends it to Salmons. Salmons enters the zone. 20 seconds remaining now, and Rapchuk watching. That one goes straight across in front of Meyer and over to Del Basso. Del Basso sends it back to Bailey. And Bailey trying to make some space. Back over to Del Basso. And Fitzgerald making trouble for Del Basso. McClellan coming in. That one passed out. Opportunity, but a save by Meyer. Well done and even strength.
Meyer with a great save there to the near side. Closed off the angle. Was able to save that one there right in the breadbasket and covers up. Perth create a few opportunities, but Brisbane, their penalty kill stays perfect so far on the season.
Inferno are up 13 shots to 10, but they have had 2 5-on-3 opportunities in this game. So, or is it three maybe not. I don't know. There's been a lot of penalties on the Brisbane side.
There are 3, but there's kind of been 2 half ones, so yeah. we'll call it 2. Face off here to the right of Meyer. 12-11 here to go in the second period. 13-10. The shots on target in favor of Perth.
Kate Sinclair, Marina Noddle. Marina Noddle very steady with those face-off wins. Back around the other side, McClellan trying to get there. She has 2 players on her, and Jamie Goonan trying to keep it away from McClellan. And Sinclair trying to pull it out. Marina Noddle right in the middle, and comes out to the Inferno. McClellan's able to bring that out. Amanda Dixon sends that into the netting and comes straight back down to Mackenzie. Nope, back over to Sinclair. Sinclair sending it up. And Lightning really need to clear the zone now. Sinclair, that was a big collision. Sinclair sends it across over to Kalambalkas. No opportunity for McKenzie. Kalambalkas to Carlisle. Carlisle clears it of the zone, and Cooper will go and chase it down. So Lightning really needed a change, and they needed to get out of their own zone. Cooper trying to bring it up the ice. Big hit from Noddle onto Mahoney. This one will go on the Inferno, I believe, for body checking.
Yeah, this should be the call here. So Brisbane get another meet at Billy's power play attempt.
It's on Marina Noddle.
I think that's this weekend like the 4th penalty against the Inferno for body checking. So, you know, it's been physical, and there's been some good legal contact as well too. But the body check's going to get you called every time in this league. Face-off won by the Lightning.
Back over to Killinick. Killinick trying to make space, sending it over to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald takes a shot. Nice clear shot. Did it go in? No,
it was a great save there by King. That one got deflected. It was low to the ice, and there was no way she would have seen that until the very, very last second, and she made a great save there, showing why she's one of the best goaltenders in this country. We see it here. Fitzgerald set up, takes the shot there, and this one stays really low to the ground. It goes through a lot of traffic and took a deflection off a skate. And if you love goaltending, this game has been tremendous so far. Both goaltenders putting in great performances.
Inferno won that face-off. The puck is floating around back to Fitzgerald and to Killinick. Killinick repositioning the puck. She takes a shot off of King, and that one comes back out to Killinick. Killinick backhands it over to Mahoney. Mahoney sends it back to Killinick. Killinick, nice clean pass. Killinick whiffs on it just slightly, and it's an opportunity for Del Basso to clear the puck. Salmon's going straight at it, and Mahoney coming after her. Salmon's with the puck. Now Mahoney, we know she has speed and she's got an opportunity. She does have 2 players in front of her should she choose to pass it. And she is passing it, but that just goes right off of Crompton's stick. And we have 1 minute and 5 seconds remaining in the Meet at Billy's power play. Number 15, Abigail Webb, up to Garbett. Garbett clears the puck, and it will be collected by Killinick. Killinick moving behind the goal while Garbett watches. And Garbett trying to do something. Killinick trying to control it, taps it up to Crompton. Crompton sends it across the ice smartly to Annie Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald coming up the left-hand side of the ice, sending it around the boards the other side. Mossman has to get there quickly and does. She can scurry very fast. I think one of the coaches told me before the game, Mossman lights herself on fire. Shot.
For a living, too, we might add. It's not just for fun.
Over to Mossman. Mossman took a shot. I don't know that one will count, but the Lightning have come up now. 9 seconds remaining in the power play. Opportunity for Madison LaPlante. Madison LaPlante repositioning another shot on to King. Over to Mossman. Mossman sends it through the legs. Back to LaPlante. We're even strength. That one doesn't make its way to King. Kelly Costa trying to get there, and that one comes out.
Yeah, King with a few saves there in that period.
Not an icing call because Zoe Webb was very fast to get to that puck. Mossman again, keeping it away from Zoe Webb. Mossman now has Del Basso. Confidently, Del Basso's down, and Mossman's pulled down with her, and that stick is pressing against Mossman. That one comes free. LaPlante trying to keep that safe, and now over to Ellie Fisher. Fisher batted down by Carlisle. No, she kept her stick down, below shoulder level. It was a very, very careful play by Allison Carlisle, one of the tallest players on the Lightning team. Here comes Sarah Salmons. Oh, nice save by Katie Meyer, leg save, and another chance for Sophie Reeder, picked up right in front of the net by LaPlante. LaPlante, good pass to Katrina Rapchuk, who's going to go for it. That one is going to be icing on the Lightning, and they were all going for a change, but they will stay on the ice.
Both sides creating some good opportunities here. We see a breakout here from the Inferno. A good shot on there. Katie Meyer with the good pad save, and Sasha King with a couple good saves there as well. And on that last kind of flurry, she made a few saves there. The shots on target are now 15-14 in favor of Brisbane, and not many of these ones have been easy saves either from both of these goaltenders here tonight.
Deep into the defensive zone for the Brisbane Lightning. Getting ready for face-off. It will be Marina Noddle. And Katrina Rapchuk taking the face-off. That one goes back to Noddle. And Lukoviak trying to take a shot that was blocked. McKenzie with the puck now, kept away by Mossman. Oh, that one kept away from Meyer again, and Rapchuk is going to make a move. She's trying to get through traffic. She had a little bit of an opening, but just couldn't get through it fast enough. And Lakoviak fighting along with, I think that's Carlisle and Rapchuk, and there's other five players all squished together right there. That one comes back out to Cooper. Cooper coming up the left-hand side of the ice. Kalambokas watching. That one, Mossman using her body to stop that move. Kalambokas went up and down and back up. And Carlisle timing, gets it out of the zone. Lily McClellan collecting. Pressure again by Rapchuk. And that one sent back by McKenzie and sent straight back out of the zone by LaPlante. Noddle now going to try to do something, although she loses control on the blue line and goes offside. Yeah,
she just lost the puck there for a half a second and came into the zone before the puck, and that is called offside. 7:16 here to go in the second period. We've ticked over the halfway mark here of this game. Brisbane still lead by 1, but the shots on target are even 15 apiece. And both goaltenders, like we said, putting in a great performance here tonight. Face off outside the zone, and it's won here by Perth.
Courtney Mahoney took that face off. So Brisbane's switching it up a little bit, trying different things to see who's going to control the puck at face off. Costa sends that around onto the boards over to Mahoney. Mahoney up the left-hand side, gets past Bailey, and she has Salmons chasing her. And she still is in control of the puck, bouncing around. Salmons moves it out of the zone, poked by Goonan. Back in, Sophia Reeder sends it back out again. Clark Crumpton sending it forward into the Lightning zone, and Sharnita Crumpton now with the puck. She has some time and space. She's having a look. Mahoney turns around, picks it up, gets again past Bailey, but Bailey's in front of her. Mahoney goes for a change, and Bailey has now Abby Brown. That one almost looked like it came out, but never mind. And Goonan poking it out of the way. Crumpton, good pass to Killenick. Killenick trying to get control again. She leaves it behind for Sinclair and, for Fitzgerald. Not able to get that shot on net. Killenick still fighting for it. And Fitzgerald's going to try to get that away from Sophie Reeder. She does so successfully. Is offside, waits patiently, creating some space, has Fisher, sends it across off of the skate of Sophie Reeder. Jamie Goonan needs to get there first if she can, and she does. And she sends it around behind the net. Here comes Annie Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald around Garbett, controlling that backwards. Big collision with Del Basso. Offside, but they are all aware of it. Killenick now coming in while the rest of the line goes for a change. Del Basso over the red line, in deep, dump and change. Garbett trying to get it on the other side. Kalambokas trying to get there as well. And Kate Sinclair was trying to bring it out of the zone. Goes back in deep for Dixon. Dixon backhands it around. Del Basso on the other side sends it straight out in front of the net. Back to number 15, Lily Webb. Oh, sorry, not Abigail Webb. And McClellan over to Malcolm. Oh, somebody's not well. I think that's Kate Sinclair. And a goal while Kate Sinclair was down.
Quick shot there from the slot, and it beats Meyer to the bottom right, to her bottom right rather, the bottom left of the shooter. And Perth, we said it, if they keep creating opportunities, eventually they're going to find one, and they do. It's off the stick of McKenzie, and this game for a third time tonight is tied. So you see it here on the replay, just falls straight to her, and she's able to put one in. We talked about it all night. Those low trickling shots that stay on the ice are so hard to pick up for a goaltender. And the goal is on the board. 5:01 here to go in the second period. This game is tied.
Courtney Mahoney was able to control that, and Mossman sends it forward to Crompton. Crompton sends it across and into the corner for Abby Brown. Lakoviak trying to push her off of the puck, and Mahoney now trying to fight for it. 4 players, comes out to Crompton, Nita Crompton. Oh, leaves it for LaPlante, and LaPlante went in just a little bit too fast. Lightning reset. Crompton coming around the other side. She dumps it into the corner and goes after it, picks it up before Cooper can get there, drags it out, keeping it away. Cooper pressing her into the boards, and Noddle trying to help. And they are not moving their feet as much as they should, and the whistle has been blown.
Yeah, just going to blow it frozen there, and 4:18 to go here in the second period. The face-off is going to, in theory, come out here to the neutral zone. Oh, pardon me, to the left of the goaltender here. So it stays in the offensive zone, and Brisbane with a good chance here off the face-off. 18-15, the shot totals with the favor going to Perth.
Fitzgerald wins the face-off. Costa has it, sends it back to Fisher, but it's picked up by Bailey. Bailey out of the zone. Goonan sends it back. Goonan again. Goonan with an opportunity, passes it over to Fisher. Fisher has a clear opportunity. Good move, nice shot onto King, and a save.
Fisher with a great deke there, is able to create some space there, gets a shot on. King sees it the whole way, is able to make the save before the puck goes 5-hole, and this game is still tied. 3:59 here to go. We see it on the replay here. Great pass to Fisher. Great deke there, is able to create the space, and that shot goes straight into the pads of King.
And Fitzgerald wins another face-off to Costa. Costa sending it forward again to Fisher. Fisher back around the other side. Killinick going for it. She has Reeder coming towards her. Killinick pass back to Reeder. Reeder backhands it, picked up again by Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald coming in. Oh, nice pass, but not able to do anything with it. And now it's coming out with Sarah Salmons. She passes it across to Sophie Reeder. Reeder just can't quite reach that puck. Killinick trying to keep it away. Fitzgerald's going to do the work instead. Fitzgerald down to Fisher. Fisher has only, Webb, Abigail Webb pushing her into the boards now, keeping it away effectively. And Allison Carlisle trying to do something with that, not able to. Now Rapchuk over to Del Basso. Del Basso going back in deeper into the zone, passes it back to Abby Webb. Abby Webb enters the zone, player down, arm in the air.
I don't know if you give a call to that. It seems like there's multiple players got tied up there, but the call is given, and interference will be called against the Lightning. I don't know.
Is it against the Lightning?
Yeah, it is. It's going to be 27 going to the box here.
Sasha had left the net,
Kate
actually.
Sinclair, who goes to the box for interference. And, yeah, I think that's a tight call there, but we move on. Another power play opportunity for the Inferno. And we talked about it before. Brisbane so far this season, perfect on the power penalty kill. But we will see what happens here. Face-off won by the Lightning.
2-2. Rapchuk sends it down, floats over to Bailey. Bailey back to Del Basso. Del Basso back over to McClellan, and McClellan opts to take it out of the zone. McClellan getting pressured by Crompton, sends it to Del Basso. Del Basso resetting the pace. She's going to enter the zone. She has McClellan and Salmons going around, pressured by Rapchuk. And Dixon, she leaves it behind for McClellan. McClellan over to Bailey. Bailey taking a shot, goes wide and into the boards. Malcolm over to Salmons, back to Malcolm. And Rapchuk interferes with that one, and she moves it out of the way. Back over to McClellan. McClellan to Bailey. Bailey into the corner to Del Basso. And Dixon having some nice defensive work there. Salmons now behind the net. Back out to McClellan. So far they haven't found their opportunity. McClellan to Bailey. Bailey takes a shot, goes wide again, and bounces off the boards to Del Basso. Del Basso being pestered by Kalambocas. Kalambocas quite physical. Back to Salmons. And Dixon tries to send it out of the zone, but it's blocked and kept in by Del Basso. Salmons behind the net. Rapchuk gets there first, sends it out, but Bailey with an opportunity. Bobbling puck, very dangerous. Del Basso trips her own player. And Dixon tries to get it out, but Bailey keeps it in. We are 35 seconds remaining, and Dixon's chasing that one. Hopefully she'll be able to clear it. She uses the boards, but it bounces weird and stays in on the stick of Salmons. Salmons to McClellan. McClellan to Bailey. Bailey takes a shot, blocked by the body of Dixon. Nice work from Dixon. Del Basso to Bailey. 18 seconds remaining. Back to McClellan, and poked out finally by Crompton, who's going to chase that. Lightning need a change, but I don't know how many are going to get it. Kalambocas goes. That one's saved by Meyer. Still sitting there. Noddle had a chance, and that one's sent down. 1 second remaining, and that's the end of the power play for the Inferno. Very exciting defensive work by the Lightning.
It was a great power play. They moved the puck well, and Katie Meyer just had to make a very difficult save there on a deflection.
Coming back the other way now Mackenzie sends it in. Noddle's going to go for it, but Rapchuk uses her strength to send it around. And Lightning pop it out to Killinick. Killinick up to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald entering in. Killinick, just nicely, but not able to get the shot off. Killinick back around to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald into the body of the official. Backhand shot onto King, and King leaps onto that to save it.
Yeah, that puck came off the stick quite late, and King is able to make a very good save there. 17.6 here to go in the period. We see it here again on the replay. This puck comes down in a good little spinorama backhand there, and King is able to cover that one up. A face-off will now be to her left with 17.6 to go here in this second period.
Fitzgerald wins the face-off to Mossman. Mossman controlling it, sends it back into the corner. 13 seconds remaining. That one comes back, and Fitzgerald stops that one. Cooper over to Clark Crumpton, and it comes out of the zone to Madison LaPlante. LaPlante past the stick of Killinick, who just barely touched it, and that will be the buzzer. 2 fast periods of hockey today.
Another very fast-paced period of hockey here so far. We wondered after last night was such a grinding game if they were going to have the gas tanks tonight to take this kind of pace, and so far they have. But both of the goaltenders here so far, great performances so far. 18 saves for Meyer and 15 for King. So two very good performances. It's been a great goaltender battle here tonight. It's been extremely exciting. I, for one, am excited for this third period.
As am I. Thank you, Lachlan.
So we're coming up here in about 15 minutes or so for the third period. All to play for here. Game 2 of round 1 up here live from Boondall. And we will be back for the third period of this one. Brisbane 2, Perth 2. We are back live here in Boondall for Game 2 of Round 1 of the AWIHL season between the Perth Inferno and the Brisbane Lightning. It is all square on the scoreboard right now. 2-2 is the score. The Perth Inferno now slightly have the favor on shots on target. And both goaltenders have been playing incredibly here tonight. 18 saves for Katie Meyer and 15 for Sasha King. So both goaltenders having a great performance here. But the penalties is the talking point in this one. 7-2. The Lightning have been quite undisciplined in this one, but they've been able to stay perfect on the penalty kill. We will see which breaks here first. All to play for here in the third period. 20 minutes to go, and we are underway.
Noddle winning that face-off over to Lily McClellan, and now Noddle's going to pick it up again and shoveling it over to Mackenzie, but Fitzgerald, tenacious, still in the zone, sends it into the corner for Fisher. Fisher blocked by Bailey, and Killinick now with the puck, trying to come around the other side. She has Fitzgerald waiting. Fisher now with the puck back over to Mossman. Mossman across to LaPlante. This is our line one. LaPlante takes a shot, goes a little bit wide and into the boards, and Mackenzie shovels it out.
The ice is a little bit soft right now. The biscuits just, yep, there we go. That's to my point. The biscuits stick in there, and the ice, I think, just saved them from an icing call here.
Indeed it did, and Fitzgerald trying to move it up. Goes back again to Cooper, and Cooper sent it. Fisher trying to move it forward, and it is sticky ice, you can tell.
Queensland summertime things here.
Zoe Webb with the puck, sending it up to Clark Crumpton. She pops it out for Salmons. Salmons interrupted by Mahoney, and Mahoney easily skating around behind the goal. Has Sophie Reeder coming at her, and she gets it up past Abby Brown, back to Zoe Webb. Zoe Webb sends it over to number 8 on the Lightning. Mahoney skated right past it, and Clark Crumpton now. Clark Crumpton to Salmons. Salmons trying to take a shot, blocked. Goonan sends it straight back out to Lakoviak, and Lakoviak re-entering the zone, taps it over to Goonan. And this is a lot of turnovers really quickly between the two teams.
I think the ice actually has a lot to do with that right now. Both sides were connecting the passes a bit in this second period, and I think the Biscuits a little slow right now on the deck, and we will see how we'll monitor this as this period goes on.
Carlisle took that away from Reeder, and that one tapped down by Lakoviak into her zone. Carlisle going after her. Comes out of the zone. Carlisle still going after it. Salmon's trying to help. Coming in now. Number 14, the captain, Kelly Costa. She sends it across, not able to get it to a player, but a shot by Goonan. And here comes Sarah Salmons. Grace Kalambokas watching. She strips her of that puck effectively. Kalambokas has played defense, playing offense this season. And now Kate Sinclair losing an edge into the boards. Number 15, Abby Webb. Back over to Del Basso. Del Basso to Malcolm. Malcolm passes it forward to Garbett. Garbett entering. She takes a shot, redirected by Meyer, and a goal on the rebound.
Yeah, Meyer gives up a big rebound there, and I think that was Salmons maybe Del Basso who got to it on the back post and just fires it past Katie Meyer. And Perth have the lead for the first time in this one.
Katie Meyer needs to shake that off as quickly as possible.
See here on the replay, she gave up the rebound and then kind of was slow getting to that back post, and whoever the defender there was really slow to react to that. And Del Basso just jumped right on it, and the Inferno take the lead here for the first time tonight. 17:22 to go in the game.
Fitzgerald ready to go, wins the faceoff, gets it back past Dixon. Dixon being pressured by Mackenzie. McClellan sending it into Rapchuk. Rapchuk trying to keep it away. No arm in the air on that play, and Fitzgerald doing the work herself, keeping it. Noddle taking it now. Noddle into the boards, and Fitzgerald, it's definitely sticky ice. Over to Killinick. Killinick to Fisher, poked away to Mackenzie, back over to Dixon. Dixon trying to send it back out to Fisher, tap forward to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald entering the zone with McClellan after her. A shot on Sasha King.
That one got deflected up there, and it looked like it was heading for the top right corner there. King was able to chest that one down, makes a great save there. We see it again here on the replay. The pass into Fitzgerald, who just makes the great pass there into the slot. And that was a difficult save there. Looping kind of dropped and knuckled a little bit. Great save there by King. And the Inferno still lead by 1 face-off now to her right.
Courtney Mahoney winning the face-off, getting it to Crompton, back to LaPlante, and past LaPlante. Sophie Reeder entering the zone. Mossman watching, shot onto Meyer, cleared fortunately. It just stuck there for a second. Mossman trying to get it out of the zone. Brown using the board. Zoe Webb keeping it in, comes out to Mahoney. Reeder keeping it away from her. Reeder tapping it across to Bailey. Bailey sending it forward, goes past Clark Crumpton over to Crompton. Clark Crumpton sending it to Reeder, and Crompton trying to get back at it. Salmons and Sharnita Crompton. Sophie Reeder goes past Bailey out of the zone. Mahoney pressuring it. Zoe Webb sends it deep, and she has number 8 coming at her. Mahoney trying to take it away. She sends it over to Bailey. Bailey resetting. Good passing by Perth. They pop that out though, and Sinclair takes it back in. Opportunity for Sinclair and Carlisle. Sinclair takes a shot, gloved by King.
Yeah, Sinclair takes the shot on there. King with a great glove save. And Brisbane doing a little bit more here, creating a few opportunities right now. We see this one, Fitzgerald just cuts it in, takes a little bit of a, it looks like she tried to almost like place it past her, a little bit of a placement shot there. Could have opted for power, possibly, we'll never know. Face-off is won by the Inferno.
Cooper with the puck. Carlisle making a mess. It's stopped for a second, but comes out now to Kelly Costa. Kelly Costa dumps it straight back, goes past Sinclair and Lukoviak. Carlisle putting a little bit of forecheck on, and Malcolm bringing it out the other side. Up the ice, Goonan chasing it. Del Basso is there. Costa stopping that puck. Popped out really messy to the side of the net, an arm in the air.
Yeah, this one will be a body check, I think.
On Brisbane. That one comes out of the zone. Chasing it down, Sasha King comes off of the ice, extra player on, and that will be Sarah Salmons entering play. Meanwhile, Lindsay Killenick trying to do something. That one touched by Fitzgerald.
Not controlled though, so we play on.
Still controlled by the Inferno. Back over to Sarah Salmons. Lindsay Killenick trying to get in the way, and that time they decided to stop the play.
I think the same level of control there as the last one, but this time they're going to blow it dead. The advantage has played, as they would say. 14:48 here to go in the game, and another power play coming here.
That will be the 8th penalty on the Lightning for this game, this time on Kelly Costa.
9th, I think. There's the second one this period.
Oh, I missed that. 3-2 Inferno. Puck comes out to McClellan, over into the corner for Malcolm.
Well, there's the second call of the period, and an elbow actually is going to go against
Malcolm.
Going against Malcolm here. So we're going to have a good period here of 4-on-4 hockey. Even
strength for a moment, at least with 7 seconds in between those two penalties. We'll see how this shakes out.
A lot of fast skaters out there right now. Salmons, Fitzgerald, LaPlante, a lot of really fast skaters out there right now, and a lot of open ice, so this should be exciting.
LaPlante takes a shot, goes wide behind. Another opportunity for the Lightning. Oh, a stick to Lindsay Killenick's face. And she's running. I don't know if she's staying on. That stick went right to her face. Bailey takes a shot and a save by Meyer.
Great save by Meyer there. That one was heading straight for the 5-hole, able to get down in the butterfly position and make that save, and keeps this one a 1-goal game. As we talked about before, 4-on-4 hockey, so much open space. They're going to create some chances here in this period, and the first one goes the way of the Inferno. Face off to the left of Katie Meyer, 25-18. The shot totals favor Perth.
Mahoney has been doing fairly well on center, but that one went back to Perth, and now Del Basso with the puck. Sending it over to McClellan. Shot goes wide, and here comes Katrina Rapchuk. Good pass to Crompton. Crompton trying to shake off Salmons. Now Amanda Dixon with the puck. Dixon back to Rapchuk. Rapchuk sends it, picked up by Bailey. And Del Basso will re-enter the zone, being pushed a little bit by Dixon, and that puck comes back into the corner. Another player down. Bailey takes a shot. Ooh, just kind of went past from Meyer's leg. That looked a little bit scary for a second. Over to Cooper. Cooper keeping it in. Back to Salmons. Salmons getting shoved into the boards by Rapchuk, and arm there. It's going to be on Rapchuk, I believe. Rapchuk trying to get up.
King is yet to come to the bench.
Penalty will be holding, probably on Rapchuk, and she is not happy about it.
Yeah, she's definitely going to protest that one, but
we're going to see a 4-on-3 now. This game has been riddled with penalties.
And Salmon's coming back to the bench here just for a rest. You know they'd love to have her out there with this much open ice, but she's replaced by Marina Noddle, so one dangerous option is replaced by another.
Noddle facing off against Fitzgerald, with LaPlante and Kilinik on the ice. That one back to Lakoviak. Lakoviak sending it across to Cooper. Cooper trying to send it to McKenzie. A save by Meyer. The puck just sat there for a second, and a good play by Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald, 4-on-3. She's going to control that puck between the legs and on to Sasha King, and she crashes into the net.
Fitzgerald with a great effort there, 2-on-1, and she was able to still create a chance there, and she for the second or third time tonight is going to head into the back of the net for her troubles, though. Great deke there, but the defender there, I think that was Aspen Cooper, just does a great job of sealing her out off the puck, which is well within her right to do as a defender, and the chance is shut down. But Brisbane here will have a face-off in their attacking zone while down 4-on-3. 25
more seconds of the 4-on-3. And back over to McClellan. McClellan taps it forward to Del Paso, and Kilinik takes control and flicks it straight back down behind King. McClellan, 10 more seconds on this play. That one bobbled a little bit. McClellan getting it to Bailey. Bailey picking it up. Fitzgerald forechecking as much as she can to make a miss. Salmon's back on the ice. Bailey making a move to Del Paso. And it is now, again, 4-on-4 for one more second. Now it is 5-on-4. Shot from McClellan doesn't go where she thinks it's going to, and sent back out by LaPlante. Chasing it down.
Tired bodies out there for Perth right now.
Perth is looking quite tired. McClellan especially would probably like to go for a change about now.
This entire
and Bailey.
Game has been end to end, and last night was a grind out type of game.
Salmons was waiting on the blue line. She had an opportunity to get it to Garbett. Garbett back over to Clark Crumpton. Clark Crumpton behind the goal. Lightning doing what they can to protect their goalie. Over to Noddle. Noddle being pushed behind the goal. She's changing direction. She has LaPlante and Costa watching. Clark Crumpton again with the puck. Backhands it to Cooper. Cooper trying to take a shot. That one blocked going into the boards. LaPlante trying to keep it away. 22 seconds remaining on the 5-on-4. Over to Lakoviak. Lakoviak taking a shot. That one into the boards. And Cooper again now. Cooper entering into the corner. Costa and LaPlante keeping her out. That one to Noddle. Noddle taken away and kept out by Sinclair. 2 seconds. That should kill the penalty. Sasha King stops the puck, and it is now even strength. So far, Brisbane perfect on the penalty kill, miraculously.
Yeah, there's been a lot of penalties here tonight, and Brisbane have stayed perfect on the penalty kill this season.
Salmons to Cooper. Cooper over to Lakoviak. Lakoviak it almost picked off by Fitzgerald. Into Mossman. Mossman skates past it, and so does Del Paso. Del Paso trying to pass it out, and Mossman trying to swing on that puck, and Salmons trying to do something. And here we are. Sophie Reeder taking a shot. Saved by Meyer. Del Paso leaves it behind. Mossman flicking it over to Fitzgerald again. Fitzgerald trying to do something sensible. Gets it to Lakoviak. 10 minutes and 40 remaining. Scores 3-2. Cooper being pestered ferociously by Kilinik. And here we come. Amanda Dixon deciding to forecheck this time. The defender coming into the front. Fisher, Mossman. Mossman getting that before McKenzie. Mossman controlling that. Noddle gloves it down. Mossman trying to get it out. Bailey keeping it in. Back around to the other side. Over to McKenzie. Dixon to Fisher. Fisher pops that into the air. McKenzie back again. Over to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald will be needing a change, but she's going to go for it anyway. Across the red line, dumps it down, goes for a change with the rest of the line. Abby Brown stays. It comes out of the zone to Courtney Mahoney. Mahoney back to Goonan. Goonan forward to Crompton. Crompton backhands it towards Brown. Still in the zone. Noddle keeps it out. Over to Goonan. Goonan across to Costa. Costa, good pass to Mahoney, but sticks over to Bailey. Bailey tapping it out again to Lily McClellan. Lily McClellan sends it out to Costa. 9:27. You can hear that gate door going up and down as every player changes one by one. Courtney Mahoney now.
Perth are running some very short shifts.
Oh!
That one's on the back post. What a save by King!
Several saves in a row, I think. That one, King's trying to get up now. And Salmon's on the break and trying to keep her off of that puck. They keep her off of it. Crumpton sends it back to Salmons. As always, with a little bit of confusion and excitement, it's easy to get distracted for the Lightning, and that's where some of the mistakes have been made, but they've settled it down and kept control of the puck and the boards now. Fighting for that is Goonan, Carlisle, Clark Crumpton taking a little shot. Ooh, dangerous. Up and over. Yeah. And back to McKenzie. Sorry, McClellan. That's McClellan taking a shot. Saved by Meyer. And she controls it. Waving it off.
I think that we're going to see maybe a penalty here for that, because that was a cross-check right in the beak.
And Salmon's taking a little
Katie
bit.
Meyer with a good save there and gave up a rebound, and there was definitely some exception taken to that. We'll save here. We'll bring this back here for a second. Sasha King with a save of the season contender right here. This one gets put right there and at the back post. What a double save there by Sasha King. And we see it here now at the other end. Katie Meyer's going to make the glove save here, brings it around, the shot there. There's just a little bit of a rebound, and then we see it there. Yeah, I think there's a little bit of a cross-check there.
Kelly Costa has gone to the box for roughing.
Yeah, I think that you kind of have to make that call there. Brisbane with the discipline woes. We got a timeout here now called just to kind of settle things down, I think. But, yeah, Brisbane, the discipline has been a factor here tonight. But so far, still perfect on the penalty kill. It somehow hasn't come back to bite them. But, you know.
It's really a strange shift from yesterday when we saw almost no penalties except for that team penalty that came for a delay of game.
I mean, we kind of talked about it a little before the game. The referees definitely let them play yesterday. And different official now in with the armband, and he's calling it a little bit tighter. So it's just the things you got to deal with as an athlete out there. It's in every sport you see that. So we move on here. 8:37 here to go in this game, and Perth with a great opportunity now to throw an uppercut, a big land a big shot here in the late rounds, if you will, as they have the slight lead on the scorecards. You know they'd love to land that knockout blow. 8:37 here to go in the game, and Brisbane, they just kind of need to weather this one down and then get to work here with about 6 minutes to go. You'd think after they potentially kill this one off, but a goal right now for Perth would be huge in the context of this game.
Bailey's been pleading her case to the official and hasn't let up yet.
I mean, I think she definitely has a case there, because there definitely could be two penalties here against the Lightning, but we play on right now. 8:37 here to go. Face off just outside the Inferno offensive zone.
That one won by Salmons. Tapped back to McClellan. McClellan to Bailey. Bailey Del Basso. Del Basso enters the zone. Flicks it into the boards and around. LaPlante trying to keep that away, but Malcolm controlling it to McClellan. McClellan almost loses control. Malcolm sends it across. Del Basso shot saved by Meyer.
A one-timer there, kept it nice and low to the ice. Katie Meyer has to get down there, makes the save, and she does quite comfortably.
Inferno now 30 shots, much in part because of the penalties. They've had a lot of opportunities to take shots.
They spent a lot of time on the power play here tonight.
Salmons and Fitzgerald. I don't know if Fitzgerald won that, but it's back in control of the Inferno. Del Basso to Bailey. Bailey taking some time, sending it into the corner to Salmons. Salmons, Malcolm trying to get in position, but stick in the air. Del Basso passes it across to McClellan. She's not able to get the shot off, and Killinick tried to make an opportunity of it.
She heard it from the Lightning bench too there as that happened right in front of them.
Malcolm sending the puck up to Bailey. Bailey back to Del Basso. Del Basso taking the shot. Meyer getting a save. And back to McClellan we go. McClellan, Del Basso taking a shot. Redirected by Malcolm, but saved by Meyer.
That was extremely dangerous. Katie Meyer with a great pad save there. That got deflected very late. There was a screener in front. We see it here on the replay. Perth moving the puck extremely well as they have all night. They've now spent by the time it'll be done, they've spent over a third of this game on the power play, with the Lightning now ticking over 20 minutes of penalties here in this one. 7:38 here to go in this game, about a minute 2 left on the power play. The Lightning win the faceoff.
That one won by Crompton. Back in control of Cooper. Cooper to Garbett. Garbett over to Lakoviak, not able to do anything. That one finally cleared of the zone. And we have Courtney Mahoney coming after it with Cooper. Why not? And the puck's loose for Garbett. Mahoney trying to get there. She's shoved into the boards and the arm is in the air. It will be a penalty on the Inferno now.
Elbowing again is the call. So we'll have about 34 seconds of 4-on-4 and then a meet at Billy's power play for about a minute and a half. This one's going to go against number 6. That's going to be Aspen Cooper.
Cooper to the penalty box. Even strength. 34 seconds. Yeah, 34 seconds remaining on the penalty on Kelly Costa for the Lightning. 2 minutes on Aspen Cooper. A lot of discussion happening now.
A lot of open ice again here. Brisbane with the face-off in their attacking zone. You know they'd love to make something happen here. They got Mossman looking for a big shot here. I think LaPlante is lined up as well.
Here we go. McClellan trying to move the puck out of the zone. Fitzgerald pulls the puck out, keeping control. She takes a shot, block, almost an opportunity there. Salmons now. Salmons leaves it across for Del Basso. LaPlante gets there first, uses her body to protect the puck, sending it into the zone for Fitzgerald. Bailey trying to send it back out. Salmons sending it across to McClellan. And McClellan out to Del Basso. Del Basso tips it down for Mossman. Mossman keeping it away from Del Basso. Back out to Killinick. Killinick is now the meet at Billy's power play for the Lightning. And here comes Fisher. Pass across to LaPlante. Madison LaPlante into the corner for Fisher again. And Fisher being pushed. And LaPlante taking a shot. Wow, good save by King, who saw that coming. And that one cleared by the Inferno. Rapchuk to collect.
She saw it coming, but I don't think she saw that until late. There was good screening there from Brisbane.
Nice crisp pass to Killinick. Killinick's got somebody's stick. There's going to be another call on Garbett. It will be a hooking call, I believe. That one passed out front, just past Crompton, unfortunately, to Mahoney. Katie Meyer has left the net, and it is 6-on-4 at the moment. Mahoney now looking. Mahoney leaves it for Crompton. Crompton back to Mahoney. Mahoney sends it across, and that one onto the stick of Salmons for the whistle.
Yeah, an opportunity here for Brisbane. They're going to have about 33 seconds of 5-on-3 here, so they're going to be able to it's going to be a hooking, and I believe he said it's going to be against Garbett. Yeah, so she's picked up a couple penalties here this weekend. And 5:33 here to go in the game. The Inferno have a 1-goal lead. Timeout is going to be called here by Coach Matt Meyer to kind of draw something up, you'd think, having some 5-on-3 time late in this game in the attacking zone.
This is the first 5-on-3 for the Lightning so far this season. Meet at Billy's power play. We will see how they go and if they're able to capitalize on that.
So we are set. About 10 seconds left here in the power play. We see Coach Meyer has the clipboard out and he's drawing something up here.
If I'm not wrong, I think neither team has scored on a power play yet this weekend, have they? We had a shorthanded goal?
No, Brisbane went 2 for 4 last night on the power play.
Oh, did they? All right, well,
So we are set. 5:33 here to go in this game. They're sending the top line out. Brisbane are. And we'll see. Yeah, Carlisle's coming out here. Thought they might have put Mossman at the blue line just because you know what kind of power she can generate with a slap shot.
This is the set power play line for Brisbane, and defending will be Bailey, Salmons, and Del Basso. That one won by Brisbane, unfortunately goes out of the zone. Killinick's going to pick it up, creating a little bit of space. Mahoney now. Both Killinick and Mahoney have played defense in the past. Good pass up to Crompton. Crompton entering the zone. Carlisle will go straight to the net. And we're watching. Back over to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald across to Killinick. Killinick taking a shot. Mess in front of the net. King's almost fully out. Crompton can't control it fast enough. Carlisle trying to fight for that puck. And the first penalty is cleared for the Inferno. It is now 5-on-4. Mahoney keeping it away from Bailey. Mahoney back over to Crompton. There will be another penalty. That one out to Fitzgerald. Katie Meyer leaving the net again. Fitzgerald, sixth player onto the ice now. And that one comes out of the zone.
Gets touched up. Yeah, Brisbane's going to have another great opportunity here on the Meet at Billy's power play. They are trailing in this game by 4:39 here to go in this game. But, you know, Perth now are the ones who might be making it difficult. So it's cross-check officially will be the call.
On Bailey, I believe. Yes, it is. The captain, Bailey, into the penalty box. 1 minute and 6 seconds on the penalty on Garbett. 2 minutes on Bailey.
They have too many on the ice right now. I think this could be a chance of they're going to try maybe plant Carlisle right in front of the net, work this puck around, and try and get a shot because they got about a minute to work here on the 5-on-3. So let's see, and they've done just that. Carlisle in front of the net, a slap shot there.
And second rebound open, and big mess in front of the net.
And King has been absolutely standing on her head this period. Plenty of opportunities for Brisbane. You see there the slap shot on a little bit of a rebound, and Carlisle's not able to turn it in as Sasha King was able to squash that chance just as soon as it got started. The face-off now will be to the right of King. 4:26 to go here in this game.
Here we go, Fitzgerald. That one won by the Inferno. McClellan getting to it and clearing that.
Great
Fitzgerald chasing it down. Left by Meyer. Fitzgerald with it. Salmons watching all the players of the Lightning and backing off. Here comes Annie Fitzgerald into the zone. Player down. Oh, and goal by Annie Fitzgerald!
I'm sorry, that got me out of my seat. Annie Fitzgerald shows her talent.
What a beauty.
With a deke, sends the defender to the ice. Wrist shot goes on target, and this game is tied. Annie Fitzgerald with her second goal of the season, and both just as impressive as another. We see it here on the replay. Look at this. Fitzgerald takes the puck and just says, "Girls, I got this." What a deke there.
Wow.
Sends her defender to the ground. Annie Fitzgerald, wow. Take a bow. 4:05 to go in this game, and it is tied. And there's still one penalty here for the Inferno to kill off.
That one won by Fisher. Back to Mossman. Mossman settling the puck. Sending it up to Fisher. Fisher tapping it up to Costa. Costa sending it into the zone and fighting for it against McKenzie. Sent back out again. Mossman wants to touch that, but it's offside. Noddle shovels it down the other way. LaPlante will collect.
You know, late in this period, that spot over there on the ice, there's a couple spots that usually would be dried out by now, but I think just summertime weather is making it still a little soft.
Very humid outside today. Sent back to Cooper. Cooper, sent back in behind Meyer. And Mossman collecting. Mossman off of the boards, bounces it out. Now Abby Brown with a chance. She powers through Lakoviak. Picked up by Kelly Costa on the other side. Poked away by Garbett. Costa picks it up again. Over to Mossman. Mossman shot on to King and a save.
King with a great save there. Mossman has a great slap shot. Fires one in there. We see it here on the replay. Mossman was looking for the puck, and you knew as soon as she got it, she was going to have all eyes for goal. Slap shot there. King with a great save, even though that got deflected a little bit. And King keeps this one tied. For the fourth time tonight, this game is tied. I believe over the 10th time this weekend, this game has been tied. So what a great series this has been of ice hockey here in Boondall to start this season.
Allison Carlisle losing an edge, trying to get it out. Del Basso picks it off. Crompton trying to get there, and that one going straight down onto Meyer. Meyer's going to freeze that, keep it from Salmon. 17 seconds remaining on the penalty on Bailey. A little bit more of 5-on-4 hockey to come.
Yeah, you know, Meyer wanted to do something there, possibly play that, but when you've got Sarah Salmons coming down on you that hard, like coming down on you that fast, that only smart decision there is to cover that one up, and now there's going to be a face-off to her left.
Fitzgerald there, but didn't win the face-off. Webb takes a shot got redirected a little bit wide to McClellan. McClellan taking a shot going wide as well. Courtney Mahoney trying to get to that puck before Webb. Webb keeping it in. Fitzgerald taking it out. Fitzgerald has Salmons watching. Carlisle was waiting on the blue line. Fitzgerald coming around, tries to pop it out front. McClellan, Carlisle, oh, stick to the neck again, and play on. Back to Crompton. Crompton trying to get around Del Basso. That one just goes right across in front of King, and Malcolm getting pressured back into the corner. I'm surprised she didn't flick it down the ice. Now she sends it all the way back down to Crompton. We are now even strength.
So the assist, we're hearing now, the assist on that last goal is going to go to Katie Meyer. So her first AWIHL point for her.
And now we have alt captain Abby Brown fighting for that puck. It comes out to Mackenzie. It's getting a little bit messy, but Madison LaPlante watching Mackenzie, pushes her off of the puck and back into Madison LaPlante's capable hands. She goes around Noddle. She enters the zone with Abby Brown, leaves it behind. Noddle now with the puck. Noddle, Fisher coming after her. Cooper coming, trying to get control. Kept away by Sinclair, still on the blue line, kept in the line change. Meanwhile, Lindsay Killinick coming in behind Salmons. Salmons has options over to Lakoviak. Lakoviak passing it out, comes out of the zone, picked up by Mossman. Mossman having a look to Killinick. Killinick taps it back into the corner. 1-11, tied game, nearly over. Fitzgerald pressuring that back out to Madison LaPlante. Madison LaPlante moving around Del Basso, shoveling it in past Lakoviak.
We're under 1 minute here to go in this game in the regulation.
Fitzgerald trying to get that away from Lakoviak. Crompton takes it away from Bailey. Crompton in her 11th season in the AW. That one taken out again. Here we go, Del Basso. Del Basso has Rapchuk. She sends it into the corner and around behind Meyer. Over to Sarah Salmons. Sarah Salmons taps it to Malcolm. Malcolm trying to take it, and Crompton brings it out of the zone using her body. Picked up by Annie Fitzgerald, one-on-one. Tries through the legs again, picks it up on the other side, and back out to Crompton. Shot blocked by Bailey. That puck is bouncing everywhere. People trying to get control. We have 14 seconds remaining. Malcolm sends it out to Salmons. Salmons takes a shot. Saved by Meyer. She needs to play it. No one's there. 5 seconds remaining in the game. 24, Dixon sending it down. Bounces off of Killinick. Gets past Dixon, and that is the game. We will go to overtime, maybe. We will see what the rules are going to be now.
What a game here so far. What a series. Both of these teams giving it their all here. And there is nothing to separate these two, so we're going to get overtime here tonight. Free hockey for those in attendance here tonight. And with a lot of open space out here on the ice, you'd think that the quality, so many fast skaters out there, this one's going to be really exciting here.
I think we have a lot of tired bodies out there at the same time, so we'll see what they're able to do if they're playing some 3-on-3 hockey.
On the bright side for Perth, a lot of tired bodies. Hopefully they'll get some sleep on the flight home tonight.
Yeah, they do have a long flight home. I know they were eager to get out of here as soon as they possibly could. And we did have the 2 full ice cuts today, so we'll see how long this carries on for.
So we are getting set, just about a minute to go before we get back out on the ice. So it looks like it's going to be 3-on-3 we are seeing from our linesmen.
And we're waiting to see who the players are who are going to be out on the ice for the Inferno. And it should be 3-on-3. We have...
So we are getting set here, about 30 seconds to go. What a game this has been. Both goaltenders putting on a show here tonight. 31 saves for Katie Meyer and 23 for Sasha King, including what I think even late in this season is going to be one of the save of the season contenders. You see her right there on your screen. And you got to think that maybe one of the goaltenders might be the hero here tonight.
She has indeed made some incredible saves, good saves on both sides of the ice. Good back and forth play all weekend. I've been impressed at how evenly matched these two teams have been.
So we'll see who they send out. It's going to be Fitzgerald, it's going to be LaPlante, and it's going to be Clinic. And we're going to see Salmons, we're going to see Del Basso, and we're going to see Bailey. So a lot of very fast skaters out there on the ice right now, and a lot of open space. Don't go anywhere. This one's going to get exciting.
5 minutes on the clock for the fourth period of the game. The key to this is controlling the puck. So we'll see how Brisbane goes with their clean passing. That one won by Fitzgerald. Back to LaPlante. LaPlante has Kilinik, goes off of her stick, and she'll need to get there before Bailey, and now she's going to have to fight for it. Bailey to pick it up. Bailey making a move. Fitzgerald taking it away out of the zone and redirected back into the zone. She's coming in. She's just lost control momentarily, and lots of pressure from Salmons. That's an awkward little play there, picked up by Bailey. Bailey taps it out to Salmons. LaPlante watching. Salmons through the legs over to Del Basso. LaPlante watching still. Shot goes very wide up to now Courtney Mahoney, while Fitzgerald goes for a change. And McClellan. Courtney Mahoney looking like she has fresh legs, going fast. She has Garbutt through the legs onto King. And a save by King.
And I think there's some calls from the Brisbane bench there looking for some interference, but it was a solid steal out there. We see here on the replay, Mahoney just drives, tries to create something. And it will be a face-off to the right of King. So far, both sides have thrown a couple jabs, feeling out here early on. 4:04 to left to go in the overtime.
We now have Crompton in center with Costa and Mahoney.
I think we're just confirming if it's actually a running clock or not.
4:04 remaining in the overtime period.
It looks like it's not going to run, so 4:04 to go here in the period.
Malcolm takes the face-off, gets it back to McClellan. McClellan to Malcolm. Malcolm off the boards to Garbutt. Garbutt entering the zone. And, just past Meyer. And another opportunity picked up by Mahoney. Mahoney passing it to Crompton. Crompton's going to have to chase that down. McClellan's there, and there is an icing call. I wasn't sure if there would be icing rules, but apparently there are.
Yeah, that one just got too far out in front of her, and Crompton wasn't able to skate that one down, so icing will be called. 3:40 here to go in this game, or in the overtime at least. 3:40 here to go. 3-3 this game.
All the fans in their seats glued to the edge of the ice watching.
Everyone at home, especially those in Perth, glued to the edge of the couch right now watching this one, as nobody wants to give an inch in this one.
Crompton still in center against Noddle now, with Costa and Mahoney still on the ice as well. So no change for them. 3:40 remaining in this period. That one marginally won by Noddle. Back over to Costa, tapping it down. And here comes Courtney Mahoney with an opportunity, and she shoots for the save. Wow. That was
just too high.
That one stopped by Mahoney. Back to Crompton. Crompton will be wanting to go for a change. Costa's going, trying to get players out. They're bumping into each other. Rapchuk now.
That was almost too many on the ice there for the Lightning, but they were able to keep it within a meter of the boards.
Rapchuk gets around Noddle, enters the zone, has Fisher. She backhands it. That one goes up and over. Fisher trying to get there. McKenzie with the puck. She protects it, sends it down to Kate Sinclair. Kate Sinclair gets the icing call, so they cannot change.
And Brisbane will make changes. You'd think they want to get that top line back out there, and they do.
Noddle has to
Fitzgerald,
stay.
Clinic, and I think LaPlante, yeah. So they're going to try and move this puck around. 2:55 here to go in the overtime period.
Fitzgerald and Noddle facing off. They've seen each other multiple times in this game. That one over to the stick of Cooper. Fitzgerald down. Cooper coming up the side of the ice. LaPlante directing. Shot right on Meyer. LaPlante trying to keep Cooper off of that. Gets the puck safely to Fitzgerald. And here comes Fitzgerald skating with Kilinik. Kilinik just behind, ready to help however she can. That one to Kilinik. Kilinik has Cooper on her now. She has LaPlante open. LaPlante repositioning. Sends it to LaPlante. LaPlante trying to get it under the pads of King. And another save.
Great save there by Sasha King. A great pass there to find LaPlante. And King, there was a little deke there, almost a shootout move, a little 1v1 there. And Sasha King comes up strong. I talked about it right before the overtime. Will one of these goaltenders be a hero? You know, if Perth are able to get the win here tonight, that's a moment you're certainly going to look at.
Very nice set play by the Lightning. They knew exactly what they were doing. Crompton now with Mahoney and Costa. Again, that one back to the Lightning. Costa keeping it in. Opportunity for Mahoney, and she got the goal!
Mahoney
Courtney
gets
Mahoney.
the goal there. The puck kind of fell to her. She was in a dangerous spot, and unfortunately for Sasha King, that one was, there's not much she could do on that one. What a gutsy performance from both sides here. And it ended up being a goaltending clinic a little bit. Both sides, you'd feel, depending on what this result would be, would be hard done by a loss here. We see it right here on the replay. Look at Mahoney, just drifts to that dangerous spot. And there was a one-on-one chance that King was able to save first, but this one was able to be buried. Mahoney is the hero here tonight for Brisbane. They split the series, but Perth will take a point here tonight, so I guess in theory they haven't split the series. Perth win the first series of the season here. Some great hockey.
I got a little bit emotional there.
7 periods of great hockey for you to start off the season here this weekend.
Fantastic game. Look at
And
that
both
hug.
goaltenders embrace with a huge hug here.
What a game
Great
it
performance all weekend from all the players involved here. And it's Perth who take the slight edge home with them. You know that they'd love to come in here against the silver medalists from last season and put in a great performance, and they've put in 2 here so far. So what a great game, exciting game here. Your final totals here: shots on target 36-30. It was 33 saves for Katie Meyer and 26 for King. A great performance from both of them. But your final score here from Boondall tonight. For Amy Hubble, I am Lachlan Eels. What a great weekend of action for you. Brisbane 4 in overtime. Brisbane 4, Perth 3. Thank you so much for listening. We will see you next time. Hope you enjoyed.